Hey there, Darkstar here. We are on leg 19 of the world tour in the BizJets. I guess is what I should call it now. We are going to be flying as far south in Africa as we're going to go today. Cape Town, down to Cape Town. Landing at Fact. Fact? I wish I knew where we were going to get to park, but probably, it looks like we're going to, coming in one, we'll probably exit like here, or I might let it roll down to there. We'll see where we end up. Looks like we got some good detail here. In fact, there's no departure out of here. There's all these sand dunes to the south of here. That should be cool. And of course we're right off the ocean, and we're right on the desert here. We'll see what we see. We'll take a look at the sand dunes as we cruise down, and then it gets green. Should be some mountains off in here. I'm hoping it's interesting. Let's see, let's view the route. I did a little bit of route planning here. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna cruise at 40,000. We're gonna take on about 6,000 pounds of fuel. We've got 8 passengers. Our route is gonna be down here. Okay. Oh, okay. This should be an airway. Not sure why it didn't pick the airway. While we're right here, let's go ahead and just make sure. A good runway. Okay, 27 shouldn't be too bad. QNH 1018. We have information Oscar. Wind's 280 at 6. That aligns with basically what we were seeing. Arriving and departing runway 27. Transition level 110. Temperature 13. That's a little bit chillier than I would have thought. Much to speak of here at the airport. It's kind of weirdly laid out. I'll get rid of the blue boxes. Let's go ahead and import this and just double check it. Yep. I mean, there's like 1 or 2 waypoints in here anyway. There's not very many. Well, this actually will be the arrival over here. I'm going to request the RNAV 1. ECBAV transition. I'm gonna apply here, over, down, over, up. I assume there's a reason for that, but the misapproach. Go out that way. Okay, ASPIK 1 Charlie. And no departure here. Now this says 430, but this said 4,000. Let's see what was it? Initial 40,000, step climbed 430. Okay. Oh, ooh, airtime 158. That's a little longer than I thought it would be. I did pop into the plane and put on all the static wicks, so we get to do all that as we go around. Go ahead and grab, let's leave the chocks on until we get the brakes done, because it has the funky brake thing. So you click this one, and then you click that one, and then you click the whole thing. It's very intricate door mechanisms. Back up pedo. I'm not sure what this is. I would assume it's an angle of attack indicator that's just pointed down and the wind makes it go up. Check our oxygen. I think it's not full. Do we? Yeah, that fills it up. Okay. Now if we fill it up, did we get the thing? I thought the thing was supposed to pop up automatically. Do it. Fuel. We're gonna do fuel later. Let's go ahead and open it, I guess. One thing I haven't watched in detail, but I don't know if anybody's doing anything with this. We'll let the fuel guy deal with that. It's funny because these are labeled antenna covers. I'm like, I don't think those are antenna covers. They're like, yeah, we're gonna rename it. Covers, pop those off. And get the, let's do external power today. This would be the lavatory servicing. Let's just check the battery. Make sure the battery's connected well. Probably wouldn't actually disconnect it. And again, I'm guessing you just click this and it fills it up. Oh, I did bring in a thing. Oh yeah, and then we got static wicks on here. I love that you take each thing off individually. And the individual latches. All very nice. And click to open. I do wish that these waved in the wind. I need to know for sure where the wind is coming from. I don't know if it'd be better to leave the front wheel chalked or the back wheel. Hopefully it's not going anywhere. Alright, looks like we got all the covers. We'll need to do wheel chocks. We can get rid of the hydraulics cart now. Put out the red carpet. And get our peeps on board. Let's get set up before we get people on board. See, to do that, we want to batteries on. We can enable external power. The passenger safety lights and seat belts, emergency lights armed. Let's just tweak these a little bit. And let's go ahead and get the EPU on so we can start cooling the jet down. waiting for it to come up here. Oh, you know what? Before we actually start it, let's... I don't know the best order to do things in, but let's load our flight plan in here. And then go ahead and load at least the payload. Now, why did we get nothing? There we go. Okay, that's better. And the reason I want to do that is I want to go ahead and get the fuel done so that we can be done with the externals. And disconnect. Okay, so all the servicing is done. We've got the GPU on for now. And everything's ready for people to load
system test. Okay.
All right, let's go ahead and done fueling now. So we'll start the APU. Okay, crew stores, I use 898. 8 passengers, 400 cargo. See, we want to go to services, 8 cars, flight plan. No departure. ASPIK 1 Charlie is the arrival. Approach. Nope. 1 RNAV, ECBEV. Let's just show it on map just to be sure. Yep, that looks good. Okay, if we want to make any changes here, departing 27, right? Weather. Very long runway. All right, we'll start our tests.
Engine fire. Right engine fire. Left engine fire. Right engine fire. Left engine fire. Right engine fire. Baggage fire. Baggage fire. Baggage fire.
All light test. All looks good. Alright, pre-flight's done. Torque link we don't do. All the covers are removed. Circuit breakers are good. Emergency lights armed. Standby power on. Battery, oxygen quantity, we'll check that here in a minute. We want see, let's put this over here for a moment. And then up here we want to put our summary. Okay, oxygen is good. APU started. Not going to use the tail floodlight. We can go and get interior power on. Landing gears down. Cockpit voice recorder test. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we're going doing the initializations and system tests now. Alright, all passed except initialization. Let's see if we can log in to ATC. Foxtrot, Yankee, Whiskey, Hotel. That's our flight ID, yada yada yada. I'm not sure where departure time is on here. There's this time, but I don't think that's it. Let's see, we can try going to help and go to interactive flight plan. Yeah, that's when it was generated. The flight date, scheduled pushback out time. So maybe that. Let's do 1820 maybe. One 018. Okay, I don't know if that's supposed to take a while, but let's let that run for a bit and see what happens. I'd kind of like to get my departure clearance through it if I can. Let's hold off on that. Trims and stabilizers are set. Cabin is good. Music, comfort. I guess we could look at what? Cabin management. Let's get the entry lights and overheads on. Let's say people are on, we can get backed up. We can clear, can already clear the car, the red carpet, and let's get the ground power unit off. Let ground clear that out, and we're holding on wheel chocks. Let's make sure the GPU door gets closed. Okay, payload is all set, battery's good, hydraulics is loaded, vanity service we've still got. O2, this one, we're good. Let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board this Cessna Citation C680 Sovereign Plus. We'll be departing shortly. Please ensure your seatbelt is securely fastened and your seat is in the upright position.
We're on.
There are 2 emergency exits on board, one at the front and one at the rear of the cabin, both clearly marked and illuminated. All large or loose items must now be properly stowed for takeoff. Window shades should remain open for departure. For your safety, the lavatory
Where is
door must
our
remain open during takeoff
clearance?
to ensure it does not obstruct access to the rear emergency exit. Wi-Fi service will become available once we are airborne. Life vests are located beneath your seats. Please take a moment to familiarize yourself with their location. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Oh, maybe we go here? Departure clearance. I don't know any of these. Let's see. Let's call it Charlie 1. And version 2, maybe? Because it is the second release. Send, okay. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. On behalf of all of us at the airline, this is Chinedu Okafor speaking, your purser for today, along with my colleagues. We are pleased to have you with us on flight number 680 from Walvis Bay to Cape Town. Kindly take your seats as indicated on your boarding passes and store your hand luggage securely in the overhead bins or under the seat in front of you. Should you require any assistance, please do not hesitate to contact any member of our crew. Thank you for choosing to fly with us, and we wish you a pleasant journey.
Okay, I don't know how we're supposed to get parking brake on when we have no hydraulic pressure just from the APU. Let's check the longer checklist, maybe? Okay, parking brake set. Yeah, that's all it says. But you can't set the parking brake without pressure. I can turn on the aux pump briefly. Like if I turn on the aux pump and then I hold down my toe brakes. Make sure that's where it should be. Yeah. It should say are the parking brakes on or off? Oh no. Okay. Let's see. Departure request cleared. Okay, cleared to fact. Maintain 4,000. Departure on 12539. Squawk 7167. Spec 27. Accept. And altitude 4,000. Click that to do hundreds. There we go. And 12539. Okay. All right, let's just do ATIS on 127. I think 127. Not getting anything on 127. I'm not able to pick up ATIS on 127, but that is the correct frequency, both according to the chart, 27, as well as some say intentions. I'm not picking it up. All right, let's see if we go to nearest airport, Walvis Bay. Airport info, frequencies, we should get tower 1225, that looks correct. Go ahead and set that in the active. Walvis Bay Tower, citation 750 Delta X-ray. Would request permission for engine start. We already got clearance. I was about to ask for clearance.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray. Push and start approved. Face south.
Push and start approved. Face south. Citation 0 Delta X-ray. Oh, wait, that's wrong. Glad I caught that. Okay. All right. I think the parking brake is on. I'm not sure how to totally verify it. Let's go and get the wheel chocks off. I guess if we start rolling, we'll know. But you know what we're actually going to do? Let's do it this way. Let's start our pushback. Okay, we don't have much room here. We don't want to go very far there, but we'll go like maybe to there. That should lock us up, so we can get the chocks off now. Just make sure the doors are closed. I should be closing them manually, really, other than just clicking it. Okay, passenger briefing, seatbelts, seatbelts, cockpit windows closed. Sure how we they're closed. Ground recognition and nav lights, those come on automatically. Passenger safety is already on, and I think seatbelts as well, yes. Alright, any warning messages that shouldn't be there? Bus tie, yada yada yada. Control lock is on, engine is shut down. Alright, let's release our hold, start our pushback, and yeah, so now we just want to get this off, and then we can start our
arm doors and cross check. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard flight number 680 to Cape Town. Our estimated flight time is 2 hours. Please pay close attention to the following safety demonstration, which contains important information even for frequent flyers. Fasten your seat belt by inserting the metal fitting into the buckle, tighten by pulling the strap, and release by lifting the buckle flap. Keep your seat belt fastened whenever the seat belt sign is illuminated. Return your seat backs and tray tables to the upright position, and kindly open window blinds for takeoff and landing. Set mobile phones and electronic devices to flight mode, and securely store laptops during takeoff and landing. Smoking and e-cigarettes are prohibited throughout the aircraft, including lavatories. Oxygen masks will drop automatically if needed. Pull the mask firmly, place over nose and mouth, and breathe normally. Secure your own mask before assisting others. Life vests are located under your seat or between seats. Put on, fasten, and inflate only after leaving the aircraft. Special life vests for children are available. Floor-level lighting guides you to the nearest exit, which may be behind you. This aircraft has 4 exits, 2 at the front and 2 at the rear. Leave all personal belongings behind during evacuation and follow crew instructions immediately. If any electronic device becomes hot or emits smoke, inform a crew member immediately. The safety information card contains all details. Thank you for your attention.
If we got a hard start, I'm not sure what you would do. Would you press stop first or disengage? Maybe this one? But maybe we're ready to shut it down here. One thing we should start doing though is the wind was out of 280, right? So like this way. So we want to start the downwind engine first, so we really should have started the left engine. I'm gonna try to start paying attention to that. Alright, let's go and get the APU bleed back on. We'll get our control lock off. And let's go back to our checklist here. I really should be, I forgot you can click through these again. Shocks, cabin doors. nice for keeping track of where you are. So that came off, engine started, after start. Yes, yes. Flight controls are free and correct. See the little surfaces on here. Bleed air systems checked. I think that means we want to go to I don't know where is that just hydraulics? I don't think so. I don't think hydraulics covers it. That's just electrics. So I don't think it has a I don't think it has a good view for that. Hopefully they'll come out with a manual soon. Alright, for some reason we need park brake check, maybe because it's on. I don't know, these might be more detailed than those even. Okay, let's just do them on here. Nose wheel, steering, disconnect, speed brakes, flight instruments, avionics, yes. Already went through all that. Flight director modes. Gonna start in toga. Autopilot check.
Autopilot.
Yaw dampener off. Reset trim. E-speeds are posted. Fuel cross feed is off. Lead air systems check again. I don't know what I would check other than this. Landing elevation 144. Anti-ice buttons, no. Alright, let's get our taxi clearance. Walvis Bay Tower, Citation 750 Delta X-ray is ready to taxi with information Oscar.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, runway 27, taxi via Charlie Alpha, Alpha 1.
Runway 27 via Charlie Alpha, Alpha 1, Citation 0 Delta X-ray. Alright, Charlie's in front of us here. To the left is going to be Alpha down to Alpha 1. And that brings taxi lights, taxis approved. Brake, steering, check. Alright, let's see if we can get the parking brake off. Okay, brakes are good. Steering's good. Thrust reversers unlocked, deployed, and working. Don't know what rudder bias system check is unless it's these. Alright, this should be Alpha, because next is the runway.
Approaching runway 9.
We have the taxi cam that crashed us that one time. First time we tried to use it. Okay, taxi light. Transponders on auto. Brakes are checked. Nose wheel steering is good. Rudder bias, I don't know how to check exactly. Thrust reverser, flight instruments. Anti-ice we don't need. Flaps are set. Trims are set. Cabin is ready. Crew briefing is completed. Is me. Line up. I'm gonna click these away so that they don't get in my way. But it's interesting that these are pretty different. I don't know. I don't know which one I should use. Okay, this is Alpha 2. Someday soon we'll start getting taxi path indication on your Garmin map. I think we're just going to do an intersection departure from Alpha 1 rather than back taxi. It's an enormous runway. The terrain here and everything that the AI, I assume, has built is weird. It's very artificial looking. Okay. Walvis Bay Tower, citation 750 Delta X-ray, holding short runway 27, ready for departure. Flaps, speed brakes, trims,
Citation 0
anti-ice.
Delta X-ray, runway 27, winds 270 at 5, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 27, 0 Delta X-ray. Alright, landing light. Yeah, landing lights on. Strobes on. APU is on for now. We'll turn that off when we're in the air. Flaps are set, trims are set, initial altitude is set. Let's go ahead and dial in runway heading here. Almost 180 degrees from how we're facing. Alright, control lock is off, flight controls are good, static heat on, anti-ice exterior lights, auto throttles. Alright, that's after takeoff. Seat belts, radar, terrain, we have that up. Runway heading, flight director. We're doing takeoff mode. Lights, gust lock off, ECAS, timers, timer start. I never start the timer. This has a built-in timer though. So I don't think I need to start a timer.
Approaching runway 27.
All right, toga mode we go. Not too bad on the winds today, 80 knots. B1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Flaps up. Pull that throttle back.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray. Contact departure.
Going to departure, 0 Delta X-ray. Departure, Citation 750 Delta X-ray is with you at 2,000 feet, climbing 4,000.
Citation 750 Delta X-ray. Walvis Bay departure, radar contact. Climb flight level 340 gong.
Climb flight level 340, Citation 0 Delta X-ray. Alright, we are not holding. Somewhere in there, 340. Alright, let's go heading mode. Flight level change. Let's go auto throttle on.
Direct N6, then as filed.
Direct N sucks, then is filed. Citation 0 Delta X-ray. Well, my best tip for climbing out is to keep your dot above where it wants it, and that will help keep your speed a little below the mark. Don't get too high, but alright, nav bar's coming in. We're gonna start a little turn to the left, to the right. Go standard, standard.
Approved electronic devices in flight mode. We will begin our cabin service shortly. Thank you for flying with us, and we wish you a comfortable journey.
Okay. I'm gonna let it speed up now. We're well above 10. All right, let's go ahead and go autopilot on. See, all the modes look right. We're in flight level change. No need for VNAV. Gear is up, flaps are up. Yaw dampener is on. Flight director modes are set. Pressurization is, well, the cabin pressure is climbing a little bit. Now let's get the exterior lights off. And if you want, you can go recognition light here. We can also go ahead and get APU off. still no need for anti-ice. The landing gear, landing lights, anti-ice, flaps, climb, power is set. We're on auto throttle. It's doing a great job for us.
Delta X-ray. Contact Windhoek radar on 118.7.
Windhoek radar on 118.7, citation 0 Delta X-ray. Windhoek radar, citation 750 Delta X-ray is with you at flight level 202, climbing flight level 340.
Citation 750 Delta X-ray. Windhoek radar identified. Afternoon greetings.
All right, did we? I get seatbelts off, not passenger safety. I don't know what you should do. It depends on what the lights are. All right, we're already above transition altitude. Fuel we can check. A little bit of an imbalance. Not really too bad. I think we can go. I don't know which way you do it. I think you go left chain. Let's see if that works out. Oh, it didn't send it. So when I have it set up like this, I use this control to zoom in and out here, this control to zoom in and out over here, and this controller to control this one. And of course this can go split or not, depending on what you need. And I suppose I could use this one a little more, but it's just so hard to get to the buttons. Like it might make more sense to have this one over here, this one in the middle, and this one over here. Wait, will it do it? Oh, maybe it won't do it. Oh, I thought it should. Anyway, okay. Well, all the more reason to do it this way. And I cannot recommend glass out enough if you have other devices and displays. I've been really pleased with it. I hope it lasts. But you can set up these like templates. We can open the template here and you can see it. It does have one bug that I don't like. It's There we go. Okay. It doesn't do the sizing stuff quite right. And it can be hard to get the handle to drag it around and stuff. I mostly run it in a browser page, except when I'm doing this. But, oh shoot. So I have this over on my, oh, that is a bug, actually. So what I'm trying to say is I have it set up over on my laptop. So I can see what's going on over there. Oh, there's an update. Let's install it. Watch it crash my whole system or something. You always want to install software in the middle of a flight, right? So there's those sand dunes. Well, that wasn't a crash, but that was a little startling. Let's try this again. Yeah, the little grab panels at the top don't work right. They still don't. Okay, so here's the panel. This is over on my laptop, so I can keep an eye on things. I have this on the right. Okay, now that alarm just went off. So that tells me that it's probably balanced out now. And we should just turn that off. Yep. Went a little too far even. Go the other way now. Okay, I'm just gonna turn it off for now. We're just pretty close. All right, well, for some reason, CPDLC is working. Better. All right, there's 40,000. And then in theory, we can go to, where do we go? We can either do things here or we can do some things here. I find it kind of odd. I think the only thing we do here though is flight plan request, departure clearance, so we can get Oceanic and ATIS. So I assume we do everything else from here. Vertical requests. Request cruise climb, request climb to level. What should we climb to? 44 maybe?
Dear guests, we will now begin our snack and beverage service. Please enjoy our signature spiced nuts and freshly brewed coffee, both favorites on our menu. After the service, selected items from our onboard shop will be available for your convenience. Thank you for your attention, and we wish you a pleasant continuation of your flight.
Okay, I'm over clicking there. I keep thinking Wilco means send Wilco, but it means select a different thing, and then I don't like that interface super well. Let's see, let's climb to 44. And let's go manual mode. And then flight level change. I don't want to drop my speed too much. I want to stay cruising. Just ticking it down a notch each time to keep my climb rate fairly high. Let's check the cabin altitude, 495. All looks good. Electrical looks good. Oh, we can see hydraulic pressure here. That's good, as well as volume. I wish there was a clear indicator of are the brakes properly engaged, or do you just think they're on and it's going to roll on you? Kind of like CPDLC for clearance. I'm not sure I'm as crazy about it for like in-flight. Co-pilot, you have the comms.
I've got the radios now.
I don't know if co-pilot does CPDLC either. Yeah, really digging glass out. It's just such a smooth solution to the problem. And why can't I close my browser page? Shoot. Got some kind of pop-up somewhere, and it won't go away now. So back to glass out real quick. So this is what kind of the Discover page looks like. You can just scroll through and see what you have. These are all the touchscreens in the back. It's generating one texture and displaying the portion of it. I never saw that before. must have briefly been 2 copies. You can view the EFB. Maybe. And it is clickable as well. So I can click through the checklist on the other screen if I want. Little laggy, but if you just want to, you know, view a screen real quick, that's a good way to do it. Or you can composite them into that template and view that whole template, like in a web page or on your phone. So, like the GTCs, you can put up on your phone. Unfortunately, what you can't do by itself are these buttons, so you can't do those. But I have another tool called Hangar Control, and in Hangar Control, you can have it bring up a glass out page on the side, and then in kind of another screen, you can create a touch panel that you cast to another device as well. And then from there, you can put active buttons on it. So you could map these through a touch screen like your phone or a tablet to control everything. I haven't got it set up yet. This is kind of an example. So anyway, so the main reason I got Hangar Control is because I have this WingFlex A320 RMP. It's an RMP plus a couple of dials and some lights on the side. I happen to have been flying Airbus when I originally got it, just for career mode. But I don't even like airliners. I hardly fly them. I thought it would work with anything, but it doesn't. It kind of only works with a few Airbus planes. It was really annoying. But the Hangar Control guy started supporting it. So now through Hangar Control, I can control it. Like I even have one button now that shows me my fuel. Like 4,372 pounds of fuel. And it'll hold 1,079 gallons. So, whatever. All right, so we're cruising at 44 now. I try not to go outside. Base plane doesn't have any boundaries, which I wish you could toggle it on and off, but I don't think it has any way to know what the plane boundaries are. The sim just doesn't make that information available. I think the plane designer builds it into the camera logic. But really cool sand dunes. Need to bring the dune buggy out here. So here's our flight progress so far. Just want to kind of pre-brief the the approach here. Let's see. 230 knots. So flight level 100 to flight level 190. Let's bring that up against the flight plan and the avionics as well. I can pin that. That way I can click back here. For that I use a thing called Power Tools, where you select a window and then you have a hotkey you can do. Mine's Control Windows Alt T. Control Windows Alt T will pin that window and it puts a border around it. I think that's an option. You can tell it's pinned. I wonder why it says collapsed, but it isn't. That may be a bug. Okay, so above flight level 100 or 10,000 feet, 230 knots, that's already in there. Doesn't change its CT8. And then our initial approach fix is ECBEV, 230 knots. Why does that say 250? So I'm actually going to change it to 190. Let's go 180. And I think I want to lower this one even to say like a 210. Okay. 610, that's correct. It's CT1T1. We want to be above 3,700. And then final approach fix, let's put in 160 here. And above 1800. T1SD, 1030. And then we don't need a speed, we don't need to add an extra speed here. Oh, that's complicated. Missed approach, climb to 6,100, and then route through the waypoints. 6,100, okay. Okay, there weren't any holds entered here. Alright, I've never seen such a chart here, but I think we're doing LNAV, RNAV. I think we're category B, so 1,400 meters. Okay, so that's, let's call it 4,600 feet. Vertical request, lateral, speed, voice contact, route modification, reports. That's our timers. That doesn't feel right though. This is a very low airport. Why would it be... Why would the minimums be so low? That can't be what that means. I think this means something else. I think it should be this. 1,400. Let's try that again. All right, 1,400. Oh, we're going through some hydraulics. Oh, we're going through some oxygen too, look at that. That might argue for over here, keeping the hydraulics page up. At least it doesn't have the same generic people over and over and over again the other one has. Alright, there's our running water. Feel like they could do a better job on that. As well as the soaps. And lower and raise the blinds. And I think you can turn the vanity light on and off, although I don't think we can see it. Yeah. See, that would be on. Let's see if it's on in our settings. And then of course we can, it has a hot spot here. You can put little chocolate cubes in it. Closet here. I don't think there's anything to do in the closet. There's a... What? How did clicking way up here cause that to be removed? Anyway, that's an emergency lever. We're just not going to click that again. Seat turns, people do not turn. Hang out back here in the jump seat. Oh no, it's not this page I want. It's that page. That has the oxygen on it. Cross flyby. Just do a scan here for everything. Cross speed's off, APU's off. One thing we didn't do is the oxygen max X test. Need to remember to do that. I've flown like so many planes with oxygen masks and I'm like, why don't they have the test button working? All you have to do is make a sound. And now I finally have one and I can't remember to press it. I wonder if it's tied to, like, does it not make a sound if you're low on oxygen? Can it brake? Does it use up oxygen? I don't notice any movement, but I like how they have this whole chart. So basically you're going to lose oxygen gas and nitrogen pressure over time, depending on the temperature and how much time has elapsed. I hope they add like a whole wear and failure layer as well. See, we got go nice and quiet. Noise cancel. Go back here and play with the little flight controllers. See your trip. Colors or logo. There's no Wi-Fi password. I want to be able to set the Wi-Fi password. Come on, guys. There's no video system, I don't think. Maybe they're thinking of adding one. I don't like their music, but it's cool that they have something. Right. Okay, great. You did it. I don't know what this would do other than join the Discord, I guess. That, I'm already on the Discord, though. Lights. Oh, okay, you can't control the lights while the pilot is. It does show pictures nearby. That's kind of cool how they do that. Okay, I guess we could turn these off. Oh yeah, I forgot. Here's a setting. Oh wait. Yeah. That. And I think this doesn't work because I used base plane, and I don't think this works. I don't know. Like the chart in. We're at 6,500 feet cabin pressure. Oh, let's burn a little bit more from the right again. Go boost pump on right. Be kind of cool if they could get one with like very old engines and maybe capture some sound difference and kind of fade between them over time. As your engine becomes older, you hear it. wonder what happens if I change this to right. Right tank and then right engine, but I don't know what it does and I'm afraid to click it. I want to kill the right engine. Right, off. 1960 both sides now. Okay, I think we got, or are getting something. We'll see. Hasn't come through yet, mind you, but you in a minute. Showed up on the app. Andover FAJA. I don't get it here. How do I know what it is? Like a log off? Center Citation 750 Delta X-ray is with you at flight level 440. Got a lot of crosswind there.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, radar contact confirmed, maintain flight level 440.
Maintaining flight level 440. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Winds.
Windhook radar, Citation 750 Delta X-ray. Good afternoon, maintaining flight level 440.
It's 17 knot wind. It's gonna slow us right down. What was on the plan? I didn't pay much attention, I must admit. Yeah, minus 22% completion. On ETMUS. ETMUS. Let's see. ETMUS we should be at 430, but we went 440. Minimum radar altitude, distance. Ground speed for O2. Our ground speed is 371. Oh, you know what? One problem is I went manual and forgot to go back. And we're checking here. Well, that would be more fuel efficient. Speaking of fuel efficient, let's just make sure we're make it. Oh, not working. Scrolling here is supposed to scroll here. And the other problem. We don't have our normal controls here. Yeah. Okay, never mind. That's probably the problem. Okay, yep. Should have plenty of fuel, but 39 minutes top percent. Now what was cool? Because it's going to auto pulse with TCAS alerts. On navs on. Oh yeah, I forgot to check the vanity too. That vanity light did. No, we don't need a tree. Another 1019. Okay, and then we want to go landing. So I want to here maybe get ATIS if we're not online. No. Whatever. All right. Still runway 1 is good. We're at 6. 10. Very cold. Transition level. Liner is 0. That is engine. Another one of those closer to arrival.
Let's see.
Get a quiet external. The engine fire here. Posted the other day they should put a fire inside the engine so that when you loop into it, you
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, expect the ASPIK 1 Charlie arrival. Anticipate descent in about 20 minutes.
Expecting ASP 1 Charlie arrival. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
minutes. ASPIK 1 Charlie is loaded. Assuming it's ASPIK. It's a waypoint. We're out over the water, but not far off the coast. Any cloud shadow? There, now we can coastline. I need to remember to set up some external views. Oh, I need to remember. Kind of weird that doesn't applies, does it? Oh, that changed. How do we want it to activate? Nope. Okay, pop out doesn't work. gonna call this up. Ah. Now we have a potentially more quiet external view. Fortunately, it would be quiet for flyby or cinematics. You need headphone simulation on an option. Oh. Had a good time the other day doing the ATR run from Unalaska to Cold Bay. I did that approach poorly, but I made it, and just need to practice. see. 16 minutes to our top of Vincennes. Oh, what's that app called? Where add-ons link. Now what did I get? Gate Bravo 3-1. Whoa. Okay. Right. And Echo would definitely be a good exit to take. We'll try and fly down a little. Otherwise, we'll be taking Charlie here. Your city, deck you get. Surely all those aren't helipads, or terminal. Okay. Bravo 3-1 it is. Just refresh our, should be starting on it soon. Not, I lower. And here. On course 10. We're 6 minutes from our top of descent. Start that process. Landing elevation set, anti-ice. Nav aids. Just refresh our stowed. How are we going to use it as a checklist? And for the 8. Definitely want a button to check off we got autopilot at some point. Gonna need my ice. Some lights. Dong. No. Can't remember where it is now. The briefing. Here it is. Cabin man. Dang. See if we can hear it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be landing shortly. Please return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt securely. Ensure your seat is upright and all personal items are properly stowed. As a reminder, there are 2 emergency exits on board, one at the front and one at the rear, both clearly marked and illuminated. Window shades must be open for landing. The lavatory is now unavailable, and the door must remain open to maintain clear access to the rear emergency exits. Wi-Fi service will be discontinued shortly.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, descend via ASPIK 1 Charlie to 6000 into Cape Town, QNH 1020.
Descend via ASPIK 1 Charlie to 6000 into Cape Town. QNH 1020. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Nav is armed. Let's go ahead and start a gentle descent. Crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have left our cruising altitude and have begun our approach to Cape Town. Kindly return to your seats, stow your tray tables, fasten your seat belts, and please note that the use of lavatories is no longer permitted at this time. Thank you for your attention.
The other thing I think we would do is get... No. Get entry lights on? Oh, I don't think we've used that much oxygen. I think the PSI is just lower because... Cody, 1 minute. Fortunately, it doesn't take into account your vertical speed. Billy one. It's weird, this doesn't have 18,000 foot checks, and this one does. Barely has. Don't know which one to use. They're a pain to use both. Oh. What's going on out here? Very scalloped coastlines. Whoosh. The path, we're going to our rate of descent, watch our speed, make sure. Lot more drag, going Mach 0.7, we're going 5. Mach 7.5. When you get down lower, so it usually does pretty good diving, even though we're at a high altitude. I wonder if the drag is essentially the same at the same indicated airspeed. Might be. That's already affected by relative pressure. Eat my snack while I'm ascending. My microwave was affecting my headset. My way over New Coast. Oh, I got some homemade fridge wine here. Very old grape juice. Sanity checking those. Oh, 1019.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray. Contact Cape Town approaching 119.7.
Contacting Cape Town approach on 119.7. Citation 750 Delta X-ray. Cape Town approach, citation 750 Delta X-ray. Good afternoon, flight level 190 for 6,000.
Citation 750 Delta X-ray, Cape Town approach identified. Good afternoon. Expect the ILS runway 1 approach into Cape Town and confirm you have information. Yankee.
We do have information, Yankee.
Expecting the ILS runway 1 approach into Cape Town. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
This feels very high. I think we're okay. All right. Set up early here. Landing data check. Bombs check. Anti-ice check. Instruments check. Everything is done. Fuel cross feed is off and fuel is relatively balanced. Exterior lights are side. Passenger a briefing. Did that a little early because doors latched open. Seats, seat belts, etc. CPU start. CPU on first. Let it finish its diagnostics. Closed. And then start. Okay, we're at 100. Let's tie off. Down to landing. All right, let's take a stab at this. Let's go pilot off.
Autopilot.
Runway should be dead ahead somewhere. Don't see it though. See that blotchy area there? Auto throttle drops to 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now beginning our final approach into Cape Town. Kindly ensure that all electronic devices are turned off and securely stored until we have arrived at the gate. Please put away your tray tables, return your seats to the full upright position, and fasten your seat belts. Our assigned gate is Gate B31. The weather at our destination is currently clear with information Yankee reported at 1900 Zulu. Crew colleagues, please verify that all passengers are seated with their seat belts fastened. Thank you for your attention and cooperation.
So we can see now we're having a hard time slowing down. I'm gonna go ahead and go flaps 1.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, turn left heading 165, descend 7,000 vectors for the ILS runway 1 approach.
Left heading 165, descend 7,000 vectors for the ILS runway 1 approach. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Left 165. Flaps 2.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, turn left heading 055, descend 3,000.
Left heading 055, descending 3,000. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Be down 2 5. Now let's load the ILS up. +1 vectors. Load and activate. Approach mode. Gonna have to descend a little faster. Gonna go gear down. We're pretty close to the airport, so.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, 5 miles from FI01. Turn right heading 060, descend 2,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 1 approach.
Right heading 060. Descend 2,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 1 approach. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
1,000.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, contact Cape Town Tower on 118.1.
Contacting Cape Town Tower on 118.1. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Overshot
Cape Town Tower, citation 750 Delta X-ray. Good afternoon. Established on the ILS runway 1 approach.
Alright, 3 greens on the gear, full flaps
Citation
down.
750 Delta X-ray, Cape Town Tower, roger, continue approach.
There's our LS, glide slope
Citation 0
Cockford.
Delta X-ray, runway 01, wind 040 at 6, cleared to land.
Runway 01, cleared to land. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Recoming, much. I think we slowed down soon. Right, we're gonna go auto throttle off. I think I see the runway ahead. Yeah, I slowed down way too soon.
Minimums. Minimums.
Continuing. Sight. Walk just a little bit more power out.
Approaching runway 1.
See how that does. We're a little bit less power. And final, I hope, little bit of power out. Just a little fast, but we're a little low, so. Sorry. Power.
250.
Dampener's off, so we're good.
100. 50.
Idle.
40. 30. 20.
Gonna go long.
10.
I'm not even gonna use spoilers right now. They'll come down.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray. Welcome to Cape Town. Contact ground on 121.9er.
Contacting ground on 121.9er. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Here's our echo.
Cape Town
Spoilers
ground,
up.
Citation 750 Delta X-ray. Good afternoon, cleared of runway. Ready to taxi to the gate.
Flaps coming up.
Citation 750 Delta X-ray, Cape Town ground, taxi to gate B31 via Alpha 2, hold short of runway 16. Good day.
Gate Bravo 31 via Alpha 2, hold short of runway 16. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cape Town. Did you know that the city is home to the iconic Table Mountain, one of the new 7 wonders of nature? We kindly ask that you remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until we have reached the final parking position. On behalf of your flight crew, thank you for flying with African Sky Airlines. The local time here in Cape Town is 4:18 p.m.
Oh, wait, we don't have that on. Pretty chill out. Really good markings here. Like it. I don't know why, but I like this view. I don't like whatever's going on there. Yeah, it's Bravo 25, Bravo 26, 7. Eight, 9, 30 and 31. And of course there's no marshaller here for us. I don't know if say intentions can get the correct parking spot that left has us. All right, hill brakes on, parking brake set. Brake on. Throttles are idle, brake is set. 2 minutes from touchdown. Belts, quick turn, yada. Exit off. You guys are free to run around here. We're gonna go ahead and in like 2 minutes. It's on. Get our services. Yeah, our oxygen. All right, so we want to get carpet, car. What? That's all we need for now. Right. Oh. Not what I wanted. What I wanted to do. Ah, flaps. I got the flaps up. I absolutely put the flaps up, but you know what? I didn't check the indicator. Hit the button. Here they come. And that is another run in the Citation 680. Catch you all later. Bye-bye.